This is a review for Professor Puzzle's Escape from the Museum mini escape room game. It is recommended on the box for ages 12 and up. It says for 1+ players and it should take about 45 minutes. The box says that there is 12 puzzles to solve, and the puzzles take the form of cards and a couple of other items that are included in the box. I will open the box, flick through what those items are. This is a spoiler-free review, so I will show possibly the first card because that's going to be the one you start with, and maybe the backs of some of the other pieces, just so you can get a sense of what is included with this box. I was able to pick this box up as part of another order that I was placing, and I actually was able to pick it up for about €6. And for the price that we paid and for what we actually got out of the game, I would actually kind of really recommend it. It's actually quite good for that price. I also found that with this particular game, I would recommend that there is certain cards where there is puzzles that can be worked out or need to be worked out on the card. I would recommend working those out with a pencil, because then you can rub that out when you're finished and all of the components can be reused in a way that doesn't damage any future gameplay, because whatever maze you put in, once that's removed, the card is completely blank and can be used again from scratch. So you've got these puzzle cards, then you've got these other items of paraphernalia. So there is a what's on guide for the museum, there is these stamps, there is a cabinet of curiosities, a museum map, and then items from an art gallery. They also include a solutions packet. We didn't need to open the solutions packet. We found it that there was really, for the level of puzzles that are in it, it's quite clear as you're working your way through whether you're on the right track or not. And we just didn't feel that we needed the solutions. I am a fan of using solutions in games. I think escape room games are supposed to be fun, and if you get to a point that you've spent 4 or 5 minutes on a particular puzzle and you're not making any progress, there isn't really much point in spending another 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure it out. Take the solution, enjoy the game, move on to the next one. So the story for this is, you are on a trip in the museum, you got bored, you fell asleep in a cupboard, and when you wake up, the museum's closed and you need to try and find a key to make your way out of the museum. As I say, we really enjoyed this. The time frame on it is recommended or is said to take 45 minutes. I think it took us about 48 or 49 minutes. So we're kind of relatively happy with that. The puzzles are set up on these puzzle cards. This is the back of the cards. They all have the same back. What we found is that each of these cards involves a separate puzzle. So it's actually one of the better games to play in a group, because everybody can be working on a puzzle separately, and then if you get stuck, you can give your progress and the puzzle that you've done to the next person and swap the puzzles around. There is a couple of points where later puzzles refer to answers from earlier puzzles, but it's not actually a detriment in terms of trying to work out the answers to some of the puzzles. There's quite a good mix of puzzles as well, in terms of like wordplay puzzles, spatial awareness puzzles, working out kind of mazes or maps, and there is a good connection between the different components, where a puzzle card might refer you to 1 or 2 or 3 of the other items that you get as part of the box that will tell you you need to combine a number from this thing with a number from another thing, and it actually works really well. I was actually surprised by how much we enjoyed this box. What I would say is that this game does actually market itself as a mini escape room. And I think, from my experience, I think I'm going to do a longer video on this, but basically I feel like the Unlock series of games is very much a mixture between a puzzle game and a choose your own adventure game. where the adventure is already planned for you, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is you put the numbers together to solve the cards in Unlock, you progress your way through the game, and you get to the intended solution at the end. The story with this game, there is the 12 puzzles, you make your way towards the end, but it did feel like you were locked in a museum and you were trying to find a key to get out. So the actual structure of it being a mini escape room game, it felt closer to an actual escape room than I have found with the Unlock games. I would also say something similar about the Exit games. They feel closer to a full escape room than the Unlock, but they are all different products that meet different needs depending on what exactly you are looking for from the game that you are playing at the time. So as I say, we gave this a 4 out of 5. It was a very, very enjoyable puzzle game. It was, as I say, we spent it cost us €5 or €6. It was very, very good for that price. And as I say, with the pieces that we needed to mark, we marked them with a pencil, or we worked out some of the information on separate sheets of paper. And then I was able to just, as you saw me unpack it, I was able to rebox it up and I can give it to somebody else to play. And I think they will get the same level of enjoyment because there is no damage left on any of the pieces. So it's actually quite good from that point of view as well. I would definitely recommend this as an escape room game, and I think it's quite a good starting point given the cost for people who are looking to maybe dip their toe in the water and get a sense for what at-home escape room games can do. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, give me a comment. Is there any particular games you'd like to see me review or maybe even play through and upload them to the channel? Yeah, that's it. I will leave it there and hope to see you in the next one.